Hi, my name is Anna and I am head of marketing department at Six Doja. In short, advertising is a piece of a pie and marketing is a whole pie. And now in more details. Marketing is a process of getting potential clients or customers interested in your products and services. All this happens through product distribution, promotion, designing and creating materials, improving customer experience, doing marketing research, establishing market segments, and much more. And when we talk about promotion, it's time to go back to advertising. Advertising is a process of making a product and service known to an audience. It's one of the oldest forms of marketing which motivates the target audience to either buy, sell, or do something specific. Previously, it was enough for a business to say, I produce these Adidas sneakers that athletes wear at the Olympics. But now, there is a huge amount of information that the brand has to constantly communicate with the customer. And for this communication to prove effective, you need to deeply immerse yourself in the client's business. Marketing efforts focus on the exchange of emotion that resonate with the customer and drive revenue for the business. So, the marketer is always looking for new ways to do this. If the ad is annoying, then it is noticed. If it is noticed, it means that it works. The amount of advertising and all kinds of promotions around us is going through the roof right now. And that's a fact. Users have learned to ignore content that resembles ads, is close to ads, or appears in location traditionally dedicated to ads. This phenomena is called banner blindness. That is, a person sees the ad but doesn't notice it. It may not be noticed at the moment, but it's still on hold in our brain. But for someone at the same time, an ad may help to make the right choice. You probably know that our devices, apps, browsers, whatever, collect a lot of information about us, our search queries, location, and so on. Ad banners are shown to the user based on the collected data, digital trace, or the history of visiting sites. Data are also collected on social media. For example, you could be a part of a public group where certain topics are covered. You participate in their polls, like posts, leave comments. If their sections are visible to an advertiser interested in this topic, you will be added to the ad impression audience. This is how the internet knows what you want to buy. The thing is, you allow or prohibit all this data collection, so you can choose what information will be provided to applications. The weirdest but interesting one was to make a presentation on why is North Korea the best place to live in. Although this subject is controversial, it helped to get a new angle on the culture of the country and turn most cons into pros. It was an interesting experience, which showed how non-standard tasks or non-standard approaches can lead to outstanding results. Oh, this is a relatively difficult question. But one of the basic qualities of a marketer is that they have a lot of loyalty and a lot of faith in their product and service that they are working with. And if we talk about an animal, I think it's a dog. They are not only loyal animals, but also ready to protect their owner under any circumstances, just like the marketer. Not only do they share the brand values, but are also able to integrate them into the mass consciousness and protect the brand from competitors. First of all, we need to understand what is meant by a bad product. Who defines a bad product or a good one? What does it mean? Is it unethical, unhealthy, or the like? If it's unethical, no advertising will help, or rather it will help the product fail after a while. If it's just a bad product that needs to be refined based on feedback from early customers, then this product can be improved and made more attractive. Personally, it would be unacceptable for me to work where there is a violence against animals, such as circuses or delphinariums. As a consumer, I don't support this business, and as a marketer, you have to support it and attract other people to sponsor the development of this entertainment industry. No, it's not for me. It depends on what marketer does, whether they work with a product or with a service. I'll give you an example of a few tools that can be partly useful for both niche-specific professionals and those who cover many marketing roles. Google Analytics and Amplitude allow you to track and understand your customers' behavior, user experience, online content, device functionality, and more. Hotjar and Lucky Orange are powerful tools that reveal the online behavior and voice of your users. Buffer and CoSchedule are tools for managing accounts in social networks and scheduling posts to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Trello and Jira are collaborative work management tools designed to track team projects, highlight tasks underway, show who they are assigned to, and detail progress towards completion. BuzzSumo allows you to look at the top performing content for relevant topics for your brand and specific competitors. Each of those tools has a free version and a paid one. My favorite is that marketing is multifaceted and you can always learn something new. The marketing industry requires that you have knowledge not only in marketing but also a little in psychology, economics, and management. As well, it's recommended that you are in the know of new technologies, trends, and advertising platforms. Therefore, there are great opportunities for career growth. So you can both choose a very narrow direction and develop in other directions simultaneously. That's why marketing is never boring. On the other hand, since you deal with a huge flow of information and ton of tasks, there is a risk losing focus and getting your attention scattered. When switching between tasks, it's important not to miss something vital and keep everything in mind. Therefore, it's important to be stress-resistant. One more disadvantage is that the result of your work may not always be immediately visible, since more marketing activities work in the long term and depend on many factors that cannot always be influenced. No theory can replace practice. Therefore, it doesn't matter whether you have a bachelor's or a master's degree, you simply completed the courses or study everything on your own. Without practice, there will be no result. But thanks to books and courses, you can expand your understanding and use this information in practice. So I would like to recommend a few books. We will add them to the video description. First, Marketing Warfare, and the second, Culture Code. Although you can explore real cases. Find them by simply requesting Google for marketing cases or internet marketing cases. Analyze them and write down fresh ideas. Try to understand why this happened and how it can be applied. Don't be afraid to participate in interviews, internships, workshops, and always discover something new. That's all.